How you doing, Coach?
Good. How we doing, man?
All good. You want to start us off with an opening statement?
Yeah, glad to get back to game week. Hopefully have a great week of preparation. Thought we had a really good week of practice last week. Got a lot of fundamentals worked and some things got on things and thought we got better. Hopefully we will. Hopefully we can show it on the field. I need to have a great week of work this week against Tennessee. Tennessee had a very good win this weekend. This team is a talented football team. You look at them inside, very physical, big, strong guys on the defensive front. Don't get moved very well. Edge rushers can edge and rush. Guys can hold the point. Backers very active, athletic, good ball skills. Secondary, multiple looks, very aggressive, play very physical in the secondary, good ball skills, tackle well. Offensively, Back Gray is a really good player. The receivers are athletic, big, strong, get vertical down the field, can run. Line's big, strong. The young quarterbacks come in and did a really nice job for them the last couple of weeks. Oh, we need to play very well. Tight ends are good, so they're coached very well. Special teams, run some fake punts. Good return guys, like to return out. Receivers and guys are dangerous in the return game. They come at punch, try to block them, do different things. So, I mean, we're going to have to play an A game. We're going to be a tough SEC road game. We need to play very well, need to practice very well, and have a great week of preparation this week to go on the road and play a good Tennessee football team. Questions?
We'll get started with Olin Buchanan from TexAgs.com.
Good afternoon, Jimbo. My first question, I know your philosophy and that you always just focus on the next game, but is it time that y'all discussed the playoff implications and possibilities with your guys yet?
No. No, not at all. And listen, what you do in postseason depends on what you do in season. In season is not over. We discuss that when we're done. We have to handle in season. We need to play well and prepare well, and then we'll handle our business and make decisions.
Well, they know what's going on, though. They can read and hear the TV. How do you keep them focused on the matter at hand and not think about those other things?
Tell them what I just told you. You control where you're going to go based on what you do. And, guys are either going to believe it or not. Our guys have done a really good job of doing that, eliminating the clutter and blocking it out. Those things they're all poison, and because they don't help you. What helps you is how you practice and how you play and how you prepare. And that's what it's got to get down to. And I think we've done that all year. Hopefully we'll do it one more time for the postseason. And we've done a really good job of that this season. And the maturity of our team has allowed us to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Gabe Bach from TexAgs.com.
Yeah, Jimbo, we're going to talk to Kenyon Green a little bit later. How has he really grown? In what ways has he grown the most since he arrived on campus as a player?
Well, I think first and foremost is knowledge of the game and being able to apply the physical gifts that he has, the consistency in which he plays with. Very intelligent young man, plays hard, physical, bends, great flexibility. And I think it's just really scratching the surface now to be able to be the kind of player he can be as he's getting older and maturing, and that power is coming along with that athleticism. And, I think he has a really, really, really great future.
Do you feel like he is, top 5 teams usually have an All-American or two. Do you feel like he's worthy of that consideration?
Yeah, I think we have quite a few guys do. I mean, our offensive line is playing tremendous, but he's definitely one of them for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is Brent Zorneman from the Houston Chronicle.
Jimbo, in years past, when the time has come, some coaches have felt the need to lobby for their program that are right on the cusp of the college football playoff. If you're in that position, is that something you would do at that point?
If there's questions that are pointed at that time when after the season's over, if we're in position to be able to do that, we'll make our own comments and do the things we do. But listen, the folks on that committee, they know what they're doing, how they're doing it, and all the lobbying. It becomes good social media to me, and I don't know how much it really works when you get right down to it. Those people know what they're doing, how they're going to do it, how they're going to pick it. We have to take care of what we play with on the field and give them a good argument. If we need an argument, we need an argument by how we play, not by what we say.
With the early signing day on Wednesday, it looks like you have another really balanced class you're putting together. How would you evaluate it so far, and what are your needs, and how many do you anticipate to sign?
Well, we feel very good about our class. Love our class. I mean, what we think will be our class, you don't know till it gets to be your class. I mean, can't speak on them, but there's a lot of guys we put a lot of time in that we think are very good football players. And, like you say, we've tried to hit all the positions. We need everything. And like I say, in this day and time, you need everything all the time. You have to get it across the board because guys leave, transfer, go out early. I mean, you got to build depth. You got to build quality teams. So, but we like the guys we have. Our staff's done a really good job, in my opinion. Hopefully we can close well and finish it off by Wednesday.
You think you'll sign 25 or right around there?
Hopefully we will this year. I don't know if we'll sign them all in the first signing period.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Travis Brown from the Bryan College Station Eagle.
Following up on what Gabe was asking about earlier, this offensive line made huge strides last year, and it's all the guys for the most part. How much do you think Kenyon Green's emergence has been? What's been the difference from what they did last year and what they did this year?
Well, I think their confidence, their communication, their knowledge of things, their camaraderie, and you're with somebody. I mean, you guys are together that much longer, and you get better. You take pride in what you do and things you did wrong. Don't repeat the same mistake. This is a very intelligent, prideful, competitive group, along with very talented. So when you put those things together, it's hard not to get better.
Is there specific things like someone that
And I think Josh, excuse me, and I think Josh has done a really good job with him. I think he's coached them very well.
Yeah. Is there something specific in the offseason that Kenyon worked on to take it to the next level?
Well, I mean, and the offseason, we were all on a pandemic, so we weren't doing a lot of anything. You go back, and that's one of the amazing things about all this. I mean, there wasn't a lot of the spring ball and a lot of the things that we had that goes on. But I think, listen, he is a very motivated young man. He's got great parents, great people at home. He's going to be a guy that's always improving, getting better, doing everything he's supposed to do. And it doesn't shock me that he's getting better, and all of them are getting better.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Zach Taylor from WTIW.
Yeah, Jimbo, I realize this is after the fact and everything, but if given enough time before this past weekend, do you feel like you guys could have scheduled an out-of-conference opponent?
No.
Okay. I didn't know with the guys having senior day, but that being said, did you guys get to do anything special for the seniors?
No, not yet. We still haven't. This season isn't over yet. We'll still put together some things. We haven't done that for them yet, no.
Okay, thanks.
Next up is Jennifer Streeter from the Battalion.
Hi, Coach. I was wondering if we could get a status update on Damon.
Damon Demas? Yeah, he's practicing. Everything's going well.
Thank you, Coach.
Uh-huh.
Next is Tyler Shaw from KBTX.
Coach, I know you already talked about, kind of the challenges Tennessee brings, but how dangerous is a team that, they were so hungry for a win. They got a big one last week. Maybe their confidence is rising a little bit at the end of the season.
No doubt. Their confidence is definitely going to be up. It's the last game of the year. They're going to play hard. They finish up, like Jeremy's a heck of a coach. I've been around Jeremy. He was on my staff, and he was defense coordinator. We won a national championship. He's going to have his guys ready to play, and we're going to need to be ready to play on our side. It's going to be a heck of a football game.
And how much is a factor of, I know you've already experienced playing on the road quite a bit this season, but a place that you guys have never played before? Yeah,
well, I've been there, but none of these players have. But, at the end of the day, I don't know. Their field, and unless it's changed, I think it's 100 yards long. I think it's about 53 and a third wide. It'll be the same field. So, I don't, not being smart. You just got to lock in and play. We go on these trips, these hard trips, these tough places to play. Tennessee's one of them. It's got an unbelievable atmosphere and environment, which, this year with crowds, it's not as big right now, but, it's going to be challenging. And the biggest thing that makes all these places challenging in the SEC, and I mean this, the atmospheres, environments are tremendous, but everybody's got good players. You go back and look at the draft every year, everybody's getting guys drafted, getting significant guys drafted, and it's going to be a tough game. But, it hasn't been a place we've been at, so hopefully we'll adapt well and play well.
Okay, next up is Mark Passwaters from Rivals.com.
Coach, there have been a swarm of opt-outs this year, especially in the last couple of days. How impressed are you with the focus that your team has had? Because, you're now going into week 10 or 11, whatever the case may be, and everybody's stuck together.
Yeah, they have. They've done it. We've had some, but guys have their own reasons, and we respect that. Like I said, they all do it for the right reasons. But our guys have been strong. They've stayed together. I think it's part of the bond and the trust they've built in each other. And hopefully, we can finish this thing out the right way. But they have done a great job, and that's been a big part of our success, in my opinion. The camaraderie and the commitment and the things that these guys are doing together.
And a quick follow-up. Any update on Michael Clemens? I know that this is about when he might be able to come back.
Nah, Michael's still rehabbing right now.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we got two more questions on the queue. We go to Chip Howard and then Robert Cessna.
Jimbo, I think I've seen that Tennessee has played 5 quarterbacks this year. It's pretty unusual. Apparently, they've settled on a couple. How much, if any, do things change when they bring in a different quarterback?
Well, they've got one guy they'd run a running package with, but those guys are very similar. They have really good arm talent. They can still move and create plays with their feet. Some are very similar, and then they'll have a couple they do a little special package with that is a little bit different.
I early in the year when they were having so much success, they were really running the football well. They obviously like to do that. What kind of challenge does that present?
Well, the physicality, fitting those gaps. Gray's a very good player. Even when you got everybody, they got him hemmed in. He's still making yards, running through people, breaking tackles, making you miss. Don't know saying, but their line is very big. It's physical. I mean, they've had some guys who are preseason All-American. I mean, they've got a really good group in there, and they're big, man. They're big and long, and we're going to have to be physical and hold the point and then fix things right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Robert Cessna from the Bryan College Station Eagle.
Hey, Jimbo, in the Auburn game, there was a couple of holding calls that you said you didn't know if they were holding. I wonder, is there certain officials that you have that you tell your linemen, hey, we might.
It was actually a chop block on that. It was actually a chop, but yes, it was. We do. I mean, there's certain guys that call more. You look at guys, listen, that guy's very strict on holding. He calls it this way. The good thing about it, here's the thing I always look at it. If you're consistent with it, you know how to play. You know what to do on offense. You know what I'm saying? If a guy calls it that way and that's a hold, that's a hold. If it's not, it's not. I think that's the big thing. And so you always have official. Everybody calls it, whether it's basketball, football, an umpire. The umpire may give you just a speck off the black of the plate. Some guys give you the black. Some guys won't give it to you. You know, when an umpire's at the plate, same thing a pitcher goes through in anything. You know what guys call and what they like to call, and you try to, make sure you play the game by the rules in which they and the standards they set.
Since I'm the last guy, a couple more points. Damani Richardson is an update. Do you expect to play?
Yes. Yeah, Damani's practicing and doing well.
And last time you played Auburn, you said a lot of good things about Gus. Any thoughts on with Gus getting fired?
Yeah, it's a shame. I think I still say a lot of good things about Gus. Is a great person, first of all. Very good person. I think he's an excellent football coach. Does a great job. I mean, I don't know why, or that's none of my business or what the thoughts are. I just know he's very successful, really good person, great for this game. And, it's very tough. He's 6-4 with an SEC schedule. If you're not playing 10 games there and you go, and maybe you're 5-3 and you win the other, you're 9-3, 10-2. I mean, that's what happens with a conference schedule. It makes it very tough. And, but it's a very competitive league, and it's very demanding. He's had great success in this league, been here a long time. And you hate to see that in this business, but I mean, that's their choice and what they do. I'm sure Gus will be very fine, and he's a heck of a person and a heck of a football coach, and I hate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all the questions we have on the queue, I think, but I'm going to circle back to Travis Brown. Do you have something that you need to ask?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, Coach, that's all we got. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.